Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips a balance in favor of fair use. Okay, you guys, more documentation of the very close, safe-pointed relationship between Scientology and the LAPD. More proof, more public information. This is from Scientology Newsroom, blah, 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 from Scientology.org. National Night Out Against Crime in East Hollywood. Los Angeles, California, August 8th, 2017. Church of Scientology, Los Angeles, hosts National Night Out. East Hollywood was bustling with activity August 1st, with hundreds of residents celebrating National Night Out. Described on its website as an annual community building campaign that promotes police-community partnerships, except the children, fuck the children, right? Community partnerships and neighborhood camaraderie to make our neighborhoods safer, more caring places to live. Except for the children, right? Captain Art Sandoval, third from the left, and officers from the Northeast LAPD at the Church of Scientology, Los Angeles, on National Night Out. And that was... you guys, that was 2025. Well, it was copyrighted in 2025. It's just barf-worthy, you know? Hosted by the Church of Scientology, Los Angeles, there were plenty of fun activities. You know, always to lure the children in, right? For kids and families and information booths. You know, that was probably loaded with the Way to Happiness booklets and Dianetics and who knows what else they had there. For social betterment programs, yeah, and more like human trafficking and resources, you know, for human trafficking. For the kids, of course, you guys, of course. And this is also trying to show everyone how good they are to children, right? Except when the children are in the ethics handlings, when they're assigned conditions of non-existence or conditions of doubt, you know. For the kids, there was a water slide. Were there electrical cords right next to it? Swimming pool and bouncy house. Yeah, that's, I believe Audit LA was talking about how dangerous all the cords were when they had that bouncy house out there. Bouncy house, arts and crafts, balloon sculpture, face painting, and visits from some of Hollywood's most famous superheroes. Also, if this is 2023, wait a minute. Well, when we were seeing all these so-called festivities there on L. Ron Hubbard, a lot of times there weren't a lot of people there. There was also popcorn and cotton candy and professional magician Stan Gerson, who thrilled young and old with his magic show. Do they know about all the children being abused? It's public record. And I can ask questions. This is too much. This is too much. Big Daddy T band performed blues and rock, keeping the party in high spirits for the entire evening. Residents could also access vital information. You know, that's their propaganda material. To help rid East Hollywood of drugs and crime. Please. Please. Foundation for a Drug-Free World. You know the cops are all in with that one, right? And they probably think it's doing something good. They need to do a little research. And strike out against drugs. Distributed drug education pamphlets and information for kids. Of course they're for the kids. Kids are always the target. And the Way to Happiness Foundation, of course, handed out their signature booklet. In that where Doofus talks about brushing your teeth. It's just unreal. And then, of course, they got to throw this in there. A non-religious, common sense guide to better living. Isn't that funny how they throw that non-religious in there? A field representative from the office of LA County Board of Supervisors. Well, isn't that wonderful, you guys? Set up an information booth for local residents on the many resources available to the community. Captain Art Sandoval and officers from the Northeast LAPD Division visited the celebration. Were they paid? Were they paid? It's a fair enough question. Giving local families a chance to get to know them at a family-friendly celebration. Isn't that just a big kumbaya celebration? Were all the Scientologists working 18 to 20-hour days for this? You know, getting paid or voluntary pay for $47 a week. You know, what is a 47? Zachary K. Hubbard, Gematria Effect. Rather than during more difficult circumstances. Please. Kelly Pomerantz, president of the Los Angeles chapter of the Way to Happiness Foundation, presented an acknowledgement to Captain Sandoval. I mean, this makes me want to throw up. Like, they have the right to just be honoring cops and stuff. I mean, it makes me sick. I mean, the cops are not their employees. Presented an acknowledgement to Captain Sandoval for his work to make the neighborhood safe. What did Sandoval do to make the neighborhood safe? This annual event is one of the many times each year when we work to bring our community together to create a better neighborhood. I mean, it sounds good in theory, doesn't it? It sounds good in theory. Said Betsy Davis of the Church of Scientology, Los Angeles. We just got a whole bunch more names there, you guys. We have formed a partnership with our police department. Huh? Really? Really? LAPD, why don't you explain this? I think it's time for you guys to explain your biased friendship with Scientology, especially given all the crimes that Scientology is committing in real time in 2025 right now, especially against children. We think you need to explain yourselves. We have formed a partnership with our police department, local retailers, neighborhood families, and the many hospitals nearby. Please. We want to help create effective change now and for the future. Does that require 5-year-olds to be assigned a condition of non-existence? Just curious. Or what about a condition of doubt? Huh? Children auditors? Is that how you're going to clear the planet? Which is not working, by the way. For more information on upcoming community events, contact the Public Relations Director of the Church of Scientology, Los Angeles. Isn't that what Rinder used to do? He was a PR, allegedly. The phone number is 323-953-3200. I will leave a link in the description box. Like and subscribe if you choose. Otherwise, have an amazing day or night wherever you are. Peace.